Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to Let's Talk Wednesday. For those of you that have never came across our live before or never heard of a Let's Talk Wednesday, my name is Melshani Collins, and I am the CEO and family advocate of the G.R.A.C.E Agency, where we advocate for families that have child welfare cases. We also help fathers to gain paternal rights to their children through legitimation, but that's just not all, right? So we help with other court petitions such as contempt, paternity, modification of child support, modification of third party custody, modification of custody and visitation as well. And then we also help families to connect to local community resources. And we do that primarily through our Let's Talk Wednesday, which we're doing today. And that is where we allow different services or resources to be talked about with other organizations and agencies, right? One thing I noticed again, you all, is that there are so many services out there, but a lot of times we don't know where those services are. How do we get in contact with the people that are helping with those services? And so that is what Let's Talk Wednesday is for. You have to log in order to get the information. I get DMs after the fact, same as Collins. I need utility assistance, housing assistance. I'm looking for money to help with college. And I'm like, you have to be tuned in every single Wednesday because we feature somebody different, you all. So if you are in need of court petition services, legitimation, or you are needing someone to advocate for your family, definitely give us a call at 678-729-7261. Or you can visit our website, which is www.grace-ga.com. On that website, you're going to see a little button that's going to have free consultation or book now. Sorry, you all, I'm a little under the weather. Book now. And then on that, what you'll do is you'll fill out the form and you will put all your information. It'll come to me, and then I will contact you to do a free consultation. Again, you all, also, you can email me at melshanicollins@gmail.com and just put a little bit in the subject, a little bit of information in the body and how I can contact you. And then after that, what I'll do is I'll contact you so that we can do a free consultation, you all. Okay. But for those of you that have never watched a Let's Talk Wednesday, again, you all, is where we introduce new businesses or agencies or organizations that you may not know, right? These are businesses and organizations that have been in the community, but they are helping and they have resources. And so I have to bring the resources to you. So today, you all, we are going to be talking with Jill Alexander of Wellroot Family Services. And I always give a little background information about how I came in contact with the people that I feature. And so I came in contact with Jill because I think it was an email. There's a email group for people that are wanting to continue their educational credits, right? You're wanting to just do new courses, or especially if you're a health professional, if you're in counseling or therapy or a social worker, right? There's something that's called continuing education. And I always am looking for different people to find. And so I found Miss Jill on that email and I contacted her and she contacted me back. And when I spoke with her, you all, when I say she is passionate, and I'm so inclined when it comes to finding people that really are wanting to do the work, right? People that really care about people, that really want to help them, that really have a passion and a drive for this. And that's why I am so passionate when it comes to Let's Talk Wednesday, because I really want to give people information where it's really helpful to their family, right? If they're going through a hard time or they're going through a struggle, that they can come here and find the information that they need for services. So, you all, without further ado, I'm going to add Miss Jill in, and then we can get more information on who she is and what she does. Hey, Miss Jill, how are you doing?
I'm good. Thank you for having me today.
No problem at all. No problem at all. So I really would like you to just introduce yourself and who you are and what you do at Wellroot.
Okay, my name is, of course, Jill Alexander. I'm the Family Preservation Program Associate. I also help coordinate a program called Reaching Teens, and I think that's where we met. Was you looking for some continuing educational units for Reaching Teens, and we do offer those for free for now, and It's a great program training professionals, and anyone can take it. A parent can take it. A kinship caregiver. It doesn't matter. It's great information. It is geared toward professionals, but it is absolutely everyone is welcome to take it. And we do it virtually every month. So you can take those classes virtually every month, and you can just find us at wellroot.org and look under our services. We have a lot more stuff, but that's primarily my role.
Okay. And what do you do when it comes to family preservation? Describe what that is, because a lot of people are like, family preservation, what is that? What do you do? What is family preservation?
So we really work to try to let me tell you a little bit about Wellroot first. And we were established back in 1871. So after the Civil War, there were lots of children that no longer had parents, and a Methodist minister decided he saw the need to minister to these children and give them a home. So we became the United Methodist Children's Home. Over the years, of course, our services have looked different. We don't have kids in orphanages, but we do help with foster care and help them find good families for children that may be in a transitional period. But we really strive to catch families before they get to that point. We want to catch them before they have those kind of issues. We want to really work with families and offer services to help keep families intact, to really help support them. And one of the programs that we offer is called Healthy Families North Georgia, and we we have a program that we can go through and offer referrals. It's called First Steps. We offer referrals to parents with children up to 5. If a family is interested in services and they're expecting or they have a newborn, we have a program where a family support specialist will come into the home, work with that family for up to 3 years. We use an evidence-based program called Growing Great Kids, and we really work with that family for them to. We have 6 domains of like school and home safety, parent attachment. We work on maternal health. We work on infant health, but we really also help support that family for them to set goals and kind of figure out where they want to go. And we walk them through that like a great aunt would, or a mom would, or your best friend would. Really support that family to reach the goals they have, whether it's in budgeting or whether a mom might want to go back and get her GED. We walk with that family through that, and there's a small window of time that we're able to get those families in. They have to be expecting or have an infant up to 3 months of age, but we can work with that family for up to 3 years, and it's absolutely everything we do is free, so there's no cost to the family. Another program that I help with is we have functional family therapy.
Hmm.
That's really for our families that are in crisis that really need more intensive support. If you're in our main office is out of Tucker, we have another office out of Gainesville. If you're within 25 miles of one of our main offices, we can you do the referral process. We can put a family therapist with you and with your family. And we don't work with just one person in the family. A lot of therapy is geared toward one person who may be perceived as causing problems in the family, or they're the ones that are creating a lot of friction in the family. We really want to come in and support that family to build skills, tools, and really to understand communication, how they can work on goals and how they can achieve those goals. And really, everyone in the family has the safe space to be heard, and we can work on the underlying issues that may be creating the problem.
Oh,
So that's one of the in that program. If you don't have insurance, we can offer that to you anyway. If you do have insurance, we can offer it to you with a copay if that's within your budget. But we really work with families. We don't want money or insurance to be a hindrance to families getting the support and the services they need.
absolutely, absolutely. So, are there any specific requirements? I know you said for the first program that you would have to have an infant that is under, a certain age. Is there any other requirements that families need to know about in order to be in those programs?
So all of our program, we have a lot of programs, and our programs are kind of program specific. So some of them depend on each program. Just like Healthy Families is a little unique, that we really try to catch those families in the very beginning stages of building their family. But with functional family therapy, if they've got a child that's over the age of 4, I believe that's the criteria. We
Hmm.
up to 18, we can work with that family. So if you have kids in the home, we can work with you pretty much.
Okay, awesome. And I know you was talking about basically trying to help the family holistically, whether it's through counseling or, just being involved with the family through budgeting. But one of the
Right.
things that I've seen in a lot of the groups that I'm in is that a lot of families are needing housing resources. And I saw online that there was a program where you all are helping with housing if you're like facing homelessness, or, you just need to locate, some type of stability. What is that program about?
So we do have a family housing program. It's in Clarksville, and I'm probably not the best person to tell you about that program because
Okay.
even though I work at Wellroot and Family Preservation, there are people who specialize in that program that would probably be more well versed to tell you about it. But I do know that we do have housing for families that are at risk of homelessness. We do have other programs. We have a safety net program up in North Georgia that's more in the Hall County, Dawsonville area. That if it's a young adult who is ages 18 to 24 and they're at risk of homelessness, we have services to help them get into a home and help build stability around their unique situation. We really work with people to see them like where they are, how can we help support, but we want the people to have the empowerment to be able to lead their ambitions and really help steer where they're going in life. And we want to be there to help them create a plan and get stable. But the family support, the family housing, we really do a lot of work with those families, trying to keep them intact, trying to keep them in a safe space, and keep them from being homeless. But any questions that they have online, you are welcome to come to wellroot.org. There's an email address called questions@wellroot.org. But if you go and look under our programs, you can find specific people that specialize and are experts in those areas.
Absolutely. And so we've tried to help people with stability when it comes to housing, when it comes to finances, transportation. What are some challenges that you all may face when trying to get these services to the family?
Well, that's one reason transportation is a huge barrier sometimes. And that's
Hmm.
one reason a lot of our programs are based around us being able to go into the home because we don't want transportation to be a barrier at all. Um,
Mm,
and just like with functional family therapy, if there's a family that lives outside of that 25-mile parameter from our office, they're welcome to come in and get those services. They don't have to necessarily be within that radius. But if they're in that radius, one of the ways that we ensure that our programs support families and take away some of those barriers is that we go to them because
awesome.
transportation is a huge problem for a lot of Americans. And when you're really looking at families that are struggling to balance work, balance the home life with their children, and it's hard. So we want to do what we can to support that, make it as easy as we can to get the services they need.
Absolutely. So, is there any difficulties that you all had to overcome when it comes to families that either have more serious issues like behavior health issues or substance abuse issues? In terms of, do you all collaborate with other organizations or agencies that are in the community?
We absolutely do. All of our staff are well versed in finding other resources because, just like with our functional family therapy, we do deal with a lot of crisis with families that maybe their children are really struggling, and there's a point to where if that child is needing inpatient therapeutic care,
Hmm.
we recognize that's not our niche. That we're going to help find that family the care they need. So we do partner with a lot of different groups and entities, and even in supporting our families, like with our Healthy Families of North Georgia program. We have families that we know they're struggling. We try to help them find resources directly, really close to them, churches, whether it's other nonprofits that can help support their goals. And maybe we're not the person to help with one specific need, but we really try to help them learn to build that community so that when they need resources, they know who to reach out to.
Awesome, awesome. So it sounds like to me that Wellroot is basically trying to holistically help the family from birth, prenatal to wherever they are currently at now. What are some success stories that you all have had where you've been able to come in and gather a family with where they are and then take them somewhere where they're now able to be stable, or they were able to utilize the services and make positive progress in their life?
We recently had a family that was able to be reunited through the efforts of our functional family therapy, and that mom put in a lot of work. I'm not going to take credit for the work she put in into it. She did
Mhm.
a lot of hard work, and she really proved that she wanted to create an environment that her children were safe and stable, and DFACS recognized that, and they were able to say, hey, this mom has really worked through a lot of issues and a lot of the problems that they were facing with housing, with, you know, a lot of people. The challenge is not that they're abusing their kids. The challenge is that a lot of times we don't have enough resources by ourselves, standing alone independently, in order to cover all the bases. So we
Mhm.
have to lean on other people in our community and really help. You know, if it's a budgeting issue, that's one thing. But if it's an issue where a family is at risk of being split up because there's holes in the floor, we want to help them connect to resources that can help with those things. We recognize that we're not the end all be all, but when we have families that are able to be reunited and kids go home, that's
Mhm.
always what we want. You know, that's if that's a beautiful story.
It is. It absolutely is. And then another thing that I saw on your website that I thought was unique was that you all have a scholarship program where
We
you're
do.
able to assist foster care youth or previous foster care youth or people that are indeed looking for future education. Can you give us some more information on that?
Well, all the scholarship details are on the website. Again, that's not really my area, but we do give out a scholarship every year to a youth who has worked hard and really wants to go places and do things. And you know, when we see young people with goals and vision for their life, we want to support that. And I was going to mention one another program that I would be amiss if I didn't talk about it, is our positive parenting program. We have a training for parents that's free. We try to do it in different community settings so that parents can come together, just to have that sense of connection, to realize they're not the only parent going through these hard times. Raising
Mhm.
kids, especially now, is hard, and we need each other. We need a village. So we try to create those trainings in areas where families can come together and do it. But we have this program. If a parent is not able to come to wherever that training is at, we do hold them virtually as well. And again, you can go to wellroot.org and look on community trainings and see our positive parenting program there. It's fantastic. We have master's level trainers, and two of those sessions are actually you're able to talk with the trainer yourself about individual issues that you may be facing that you don't feel comfortable talking in front of a group. But I will say, in that space where parents can see and hear other parents going through the same type of struggles, it
Mhm.
makes a huge impact on families being able to feel like I can talk about my story. I can build strength from this group of people, and I can be empowered to being a great parent. You know, what can I do differently? How can I help my kid? And how can I help my home life and myself? Because sometimes, you know, raising kids and dealing with family issues, especially maybe even if you have extended family in the home, it can be complicated.
Oh
But that
yeah.
doesn't mean it can't be done. So we want to support those families with trainings like that that's specifically geared toward parents. And we have a training for children under the age of 12, and we have a team program for kids that are over 12. So
Oh, that is awesome. Awesome, awesome. So, periodically, I come across people that are looking to volunteer or to help in any way when it comes to uh, giving their advice or being able to help it at different functions or fundraisers. Do you all have any volunteer opportunities?
absolutely. We have a whole department that's geared toward helping connect volunteers to great opportunities. You'll find that on the website as well. But we do a lot of things to support our families throughout the year. I know Christmas is coming up, so we're getting ready for that. We have an event in Tucker, and we have an event in Gainesville that's to support our families. We do Thanksgiving events. We're tomorrow, actually Saturday, we're doing a Fam Fest event over at Six Flags. So families that are
Wow.
involved with our programs are able to come, and we pay for the ticket for that, for them to be able to come and have just some family fun for their families. If they're enrolled in one of our programs, we really want to support that family, and even the small stuff, even in being able to provide diapers, being able to have some resources for clothing, or maybe for some furniture or a bed. Um, that focus is specifically geared toward families in within our programs. But if there's a family outside of our programs that's needing something, and you reach out to us, we're going to help try to find you some resources to what you need.
Awesome. So just to kind of recap, you said that families can come to you whether they have insurance or not, and they may have to pay a copay if they do have insurance, but if not, you still encourage them to come and receive services.
So that's only for functional family therapy.
Okay.
Our other services are free. and
Awesome.
and even if a family, if they don't have insurance, I don't want them to think that's a barrier. It's not. If you don't have insurance and you're in need of functional family therapy, and we can you fill out the referral, we're going to do what we can to make sure that we see you. And if you don't have insurance, we offer that service for free. So I don't want parents to think that that is a barrier. It's absolutely not a barrier.
Awesome. Awesome. So if people are wanting to come into the office, where would they be able to find Wellroot?
So we are in Tucker, and I'm thinking, like, what is our address? We're on Lakeside Parkway. I just left there, but I'm like, oh, the address. I don't ever really look at the address, but it is again on our website. So
Okay.
wellroot.org, y'all go check it out. There's you'll find all of our programs, all of our trainings, and we do lots of things. And if you're a professional, we offer a lot of trainings to help support professionals who do this type of work, just like what you are doing every day. We have Connections Matter training. We have a CRIM training, which is Community Resiliency Model. So we offer a lot of trainings for the people who are out here trying to support parents and families. We want them to feel supported as well.
Awesome. Awesome. And one last question for you.
Oh no.
Can you
You're
hear me,
back.
Jill?
I can hear you now. I lost you for a
Okay.
second.
And one last question for you. What keeps you uh in this field of work where you are literally having to hear about people's trials, their tribulations, the hard things that they're going through, and just trying to find resources? What is your passion and drive to continue to do this type of work?
Well, beyond loving people, and for me, loving the Lord, I want to help. Really, I see so much potential in so many people that sometimes I think they don't see in themselves. And if I can help encourage them to see that life is good. If you woke up on this side of the dirt today, life is good, and we can find some good in it. And I really just, God has put a passion in me to help support families and love people where they are. You know,
Mm-hmm.
um, we really want to see people as God created them and the essence that He created them. And that's unique, special, blessed person. So, for me, that is my driving passion, is to really um, do what God told us to do and be the hands and feet of Jesus. And I say that because Wellroot is built on that is part of our mission. We were founded by the United Methodist Church, and we believe in the beauty of people and who God created them to be, and we want to support them and love them.
Absolutely. And before we go, do you have any words of encouragement or wisdom for families that are like, listen, have been looking for someone like you, your services, and I am just, needing what you have to offer. Are there any words of encouragement that you might have for a family?
Reach out, reach out. We don't have to go through the trials and the hard things of life by ourselves. There are groups beyond, even if you don't think the Wellroot's the fit for you, reach out to somebody. Um, we can we work together in our communities to truly, you know, it's not about who is helping who. Let's just all help each other. And if there's something that we can help you find, if there's a resource that can help support you as a family and help you realize that you may be in a bad situation today, but we don't have to stay there. There are lots of groups, and you were talking earlier about shelters and homelessness. There are a lot of organizations out there that truly want to help support and help you realize that where you are is not where you have to stay. This life is a journey, and we're going someplace, and we can get to higher ground. We can get to a better place. We just have to believe and just reach out. Don't stay there in that space by yourself. You're not alone. We're here. Whether you're reaching out for mental health help, or whether you're reaching out because you're in need of a shelter, just reach out. Reach out.
Absolutely. Well, you heard her. She said, reach out, you all. Wellroot Family Services has so many different services: positive parenting, functional therapy, where you can go and you can receive the services that you need for your family. Where if you need help, you have teenagers, or you have infants and you're just needing that support on how to budget or how to, deal with the stress of taking care of a child. They have it all. So you all, I'm going to put the information, I'm gonna put the address and the phone number in these comments. And if you all want to reach out, if you have any questions, definitely reach out to me, and I will either get you any more information that you may need or direct you to Wellroot Family Services. But thank you so much, Jill. I really appreciate you. Thank you for taking out time to speak with us today. And
Absolutely.
if there's anything that I can do to assist you, let me know. But I definitely will be giving people your information if they are in need of your services.
Thank you so much. It was a pleasure being with you today, and I just appreciate what you're doing. It's important
Thank
work.
you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. All right. Well, thank you, Jill. You have a great day.
You too. Bye bye.
Bye.